Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Sagas of the Shimmering Sea. This is The Chosen Few. It's one of our 3 games set in the Shimmering Sea that we air to the public. There's actually, in case some of you didn't know this, 5 games set in the Shimmering Seas right now, and 2 of them are not aired to the public. But what are you gonna do? Nonetheless, here we go. This is our team. Last time they helped save the city of Mesunekor, and they helped save it from, well, some sort of weird, colorful thing that embedded itself into a cave and seemed to be infecting people while searching for something. What was it searching for? Things? Who knows? What was it searching for? Who knows? It also had it was sort of near a source of Earth's blood, which it seems not to like very much, which was interesting as well. Nonetheless, our team showed up, and instead of letting it infect them and dominate their minds, they were very well prepared, and they instead kicked its colorful butt. That is more or less where we left off. Let's check in and see about beliefs and all that good stuff. Timothy, I feel like I start so rarely with you. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm feeling like I do.
Well, save the best for last, usually. But
well, let's put you first then.
Yeah. Okay. Guiding light. Timothy abhors the loss of innocent life. He will jeopardize himself and the mission to save even one life. And I have 2 new beliefs today.
Beautiful.
Number 1, you know who sucks? Gods. Timothy thinks Celexa has a point, and will work with her to find out who's been messing with the party.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And then number 2, Timothy is not oblivious and grows tired of the eye rolls and sarcastic humoring of his sage counsel. He will find a choice moment for a told you so.
Ooh. I approve. I feel like John has become slightly salty, and Timothy is reflecting that. I don't know if John has actually become salty or not, but I feel it, and I like it. Excellent. Cool. Let's check in with Thea, played by Ami.
Okay. So Thea's guiding light is the same. She wants to get closer to the team, have the team get closer together.
I wonder how you'll react then to a choice I told you so.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So belief 1, keeping from last time. Thea hates the idea of another teammate being cursed, so she'll help Celexa figure out hers or do what she can. Sorry, my dog is barking.
But so cute.
She's very stubborn and won't stop at whatever she's barking at. And then I think belief 2, I'm trying to figure out. So I think Thea wants to figure out what Gundry is up to and if he can be trusted. Because he's feeling a little close to the group already, but we don't know much about him. So I think she wants to see if he can be trusted.
Okay, I like it. Test Gundry, see if Gundry can be trusted. Interesting. Let's jump to Celexa.
Okay, belief 1 is the same for now. Celexa is angry. She has the feeling that something or someone has been jerking them around since the beginning. She'll find out who it is and what they want and make sure they don't get it. Belief 2, as she recovers from the rush of victory, Celexa remembers that she's still weakened and in danger. She'll try to bargain with Gundry for his help.
Ooh, intriguing. I like it. I wonder if he can help you. I'll have to think about that. Let's find out. Oh, well, actually, yes, he definitely can help you. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Nova.
All right. Well, guiding light is the same. Nova will throw herself into danger to protect her friends. Belief 1 is Nova will get Celexa to the library at Uxietal to find a cure for her curse.
Sounds good.
Belief 2 is Nova is still distrustful of Gundry and feels he is hiding something. She'll find out all that she can before they leave.
Beautiful. And Narash.
Yeah, this is going to become the Gundry as the Wizard of Oz or something, because we're all going to come to him for something else. But okay, guiding light is the same. Getting closer to the team to get them involved in his mission. Belief 1. Narash needs to get back to his mission, but his friends keep getting cursed. He has 4 vials of Earth's blood, some citrine algae, and serious herb knowledge. He will attempt to learn more about avoiding or reversing future curses. Where's Masha when you need some tutoring? Can Gundry help?
Ooh, interesting. Fun.
Belief 2 is the same as last week. A little scaly creature has joined Narash on his adventures. This is from when Narash did his last citrine algae trip and brought it back from his meeting with Samo. It's time to get to know this creature and learn something about its purposes and abilities.
Beautiful. So, let's see. Was anyone, just out of curiosity, was anyone seriously injured in this fight? Because I remember you guys coming in like super prepared and just like nailing your rolls and being helped out. But Timothy, what about you?
I lost like 80% of my health.
Okay, yeah. So I think we'll start with just like a close-up shot on Timothy, like panting a little bit, and recovering. It's been a rough fight for him. Although in general, the team handled this like with aplomb. I just want to credit where credit's due. Like that was a well planned and well executed fight. I was impressed. Because there was like 17 different ways that fight could have gone horribly wrong, and it only kind of went partially wrong in one of them, and then you guys like negated that. So I was impressed. Rah, excellent play. Nonetheless, back to it. So I think we get a close up of Timothy just after the fight. The colors, which again were every time you hit them, like bursts of color would spark out. It looks a little bit like plumes of dust, or like San Francisco New Year's Eve, the like illuminated fog, our colored fog that we have. But the dust is so insubstantial. The fog is so insubstantial that it seems to dissipate more than anything. And as you hacked into this creature, through this creature, really, it just became more and more insubstantial until there's nothing left. And we see Timothy sort of breathing heavily after this. And that's where we're going to start.
Oh, okay. You see what I mean? We had all of the planning, and see, it went well, right? It went well. So it pays to be careful, right? And go through diligently.
I like the part where we attacked things.
Yes, you did a splendid job, Nova.
I disagree. I think if your point was to kind of sock it to us, Timothy, point taken.
Oh, no. I'm not socking anything to anyone. Yeah.
I can try to heal you up, Timothy. It's usually a spell I reserve for when many of us are in danger, but how are you feeling?
No, I'll be fine. I think Celexa, do you feel like you have time to rest before we head out, or do we need to go?
Time to rest. I mean, I suppose we can. But you want to just like hang out here in this cave? Like this place is creepy as hell.
I mean, well,
Oh, you mean? I say. You mean head out? Like leave Messinacor?
Yes.
I mean, we're all gonna need to rest one way or another tonight. Let's plan on spending the night. I could use a bed before we get on the road again.
We're still in the chamber where we fought the alien radiance, correct?
Yes.
So is it illuminated by something right now?
That's a good question. No.
We had a torch last time.
You have a torch. Yeah, you do have a torch still. Thea is holding a torch still, but or Thea has a torch still, I'll say. So there's a torch still, but it is much darker than it was not that long ago.
So I'm going to say let's make a pass around this place and see if there's anything of significance in this cave before we leave.
Oh, can't we just like? I really don't want to like talk to any of those weird people with like the missing faces and stuff. Like that seems awful. Can't we just like sneak
Oh,
on
wait.
the exit?
I'm sorry. I had to. I must have had to communicate that by making wind letters in his hair.
Right, you're still an air elemental here. Okay, cool.
Uh,
Mhm.
I do have dark vision as an air elemental, so I'll just strike out on my own very quickly. And what I meant was this particular chamber.
Mhm.
I could pass through the chamber and see if anything was left behind by alien radiance.
Beautiful. Yeah, can you roll an investigation check for me?
Can I assist?
Yeah, absolutely. Make that investigation check at advantage.
That's a woo. Thank you, Nova. That was a critical fail, but a 17 on the second roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You find nothing that useful, but you do find like tucked into a back corner of the room a bunch of mining equipment, picks and pickaxes, and some dusting materials for like digging into things. It seems to you, looking at this, that certainly the alien radiance like expanded this cave or whatever, but there was already a cave of some sort here. People were already digging into this.
Oh, so this is not one of those caves that was necessarily created by impact or what we perceived as impact.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or rather, it may have been one of those at one point, but it certainly has expanded rather heavily. There was certainly some purpose behind this cave.
So, Nova, what do you think was like the thing that was dragged here?
Dragged here? Well,
Well, do you remember there was that like weird hole in the ground, and then there was like weren't there like drag marks or something that left the hole? What do you think that was about?
I kind of assumed that it was some kind of spaceship.
Spaceship? I never thought of that. And with that, I want to just quickly see if the pickaxes and whatever are they pointing towards a direction that was continuing to be excavated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to dig down. In fact, you can tell from your investigation check and from looking around and from seeing how these things work. It's certainly heading in the same direction as the pool of Earth's blood that Gundry had found. It almost looks like this is an abandoned tunnel to the same location, and like they found like easier things. I don't know how much you know about rocks or excavation from your swamp planet.
Yeah, probably not.
A lot. I'll give you a little bit more information, but if you don't, then I will leave it there.
I would say probably not.
Okay.
I turned to Gundry. So why did you pick this cave to come to?
Pardon?
It's just like an alien a place to hang out.
I don't know quite what you mean. Like,
Was it just a coincidence that you were here and the radiance was here?
I mean, I came for the Earth's blood. I told you that already.
Do you think that's why the radiance was here?
Well, it seemed not to like it, but maybe.
You know, Thea. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but what I'm picking up from Thea is that hypothetically, the alien radiance made a great cover for you.
I don't deny it.
Did you let it loose?
No.
Oh.
Because yeah. Again, just picking up what you are saying, quite literally. You said 10 minutes ago that someone let it loose from beyond the stars. What a strange accident for that to have happened.
I guarantee it. I'm more opportunistic than I am cunning.
Can I insight this?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I have. I can help with this. Guidance. I'm gonna cast guidance on the insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that a D6?
D4.
D8?
D4.
Four.
D4. Sorry,
D-
I couldn't hear.
D12?
I'm also gonna add a D10.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay. Let me see what I got here. Okay. Secret rolls. Secret rolls. That puts you're at an 18. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the jackal is kind of a weird face to read. It's like not something you have a lot of experience reading. I don't think you can quite tell from like not from looking at his face. He's not sweating or anything.
All right then, keep your secrets.
I have no secrets. I'm merely telling you.
So somebody as, opportunistic and observant as you must be, you must have noticed the nearby like crater, and I mean, surely in your exploration, have you seen anything that might have caused that? Something like that might be in this cave.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about looking for that too much in this cave.
Oh, okay. Well, where can we find it then?
Do I have to tell you?
Well, I wouldn't dream of
Yes, okay, fine. It's in this cave. It's down there where I didn't want you to go. It's my ship.
Oh, well. Wait, your ship? Like you just did you even mean to come here, or was it just an accident?
Well, I mean, I knew that I was going to crash, and I chose the location I was going to crash once I was realizing that I was going to crash within a reasonable amount. And I think I did quite well, actually, you have to admit.
That's that legendary opportunism that I keep hearing about.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Narash is getting very agitated, and little whirlwinds and eddies are in the dust of the cave are starting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. So I'm guessing you probably, want to get out of here. You probably want to leave this old planet. It's probably not much for somebody who's seen as much as you have, and I'm sure you're anxious to be getting on the road as soon as possible.
Well, I mean, this planet is interesting. That's always worth bearing in mind. But yes, ideally, I'd like to be on the road as soon as possible, and I preferably without harming or killing anyone.
I mean, you might need some help in that endeavor. Possibly. I mean, you seem very capable, but I'm if you don't know anybody, you might need some help, right?
Maybe. Why? What are you implying?
I mean, just a little, potentially a little like tit for tat. That's all. I know somebody who could use a little bit of magical assistance, and you seem to be capable enough in that regard that I figured for you it would be nothing.
I will not deny that I have some magical presence and power, but assistance isn't really my bag. I'm usually looking
okay, well, that's fine. You're probably
that sort of thing than a wizard.
You probably don't need any help or anything. That's fine. I mean, you seem to be doing fine here on your own. And this is a lovely cave.
Well, now that the gold's gone, I think it will be a lovely cave.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can I pop in for a second?
What?
I just sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Nika.
Yeah, no, go for it.
How apparent is my I guess I'm an air elemental. Am I transparent? Am I really just obvious?
Let's see. I mean, I think you're relatively visible, but you look like a cloud. So like, if there was clouds out, then you could be more. You're more gray than see through, but you can become diffuse and become more see through if you want. I think you do. You even have the ability to turn invisible. You can shrink through space as thin as 1 inch wide without squeezing. Jeez, cool. Resistances to a lot of things. Condition immunities.
I can move pretty fast.
Yeah,
So-
you're fast. Yeah, I think you're probably like narratively you can be subtle.
I'd like to be subtle and make my way out of the cave. Maybe just like making sort of a pretext of continuing to search, but actually going back down the path towards where all of the infected creatures were making their painting, and then make my way down the cave.
Let's have a stealth check before I let you get too far away.
Okay. Stealth, not my specialty.
You've got a +5 because you're the air elemental form.
Excellent. I'm so glad.
But no training.
Back. Where did we go? Sorry. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
That's a 25. Well, I am being purposely perceptive, but we'll see if I can beat a 25. I don't know if I can. I do not. You successfully stealth down and away from the situation. I'm going to follow you for a minute. I think the camera's going to follow you. So, Narash, as you head down the cave, leaving, you turn left and head back down towards the cult. The cult has entirely passed out. They are no longer painting. All of them are lying on the floor, unconscious. And then you continue down the hall back to where you met Gundry. And there's a ramp that goes down. Not a ramp, but it descends. And it enters into a large open cave. And in this open cave, you see like these small, maybe like a 6-inch wide holes, 6-inch diameter holes scattered throughout the cave. And at the bottom of most of them, you see a small amount of like blue residue of Earth's blood. And then on one of the sides of this, you see like a smallish, like a small sailboat, kind of. Not like tiny, but like maybe, let's say, like 12-ish feet long. So definitely like not huge.
As an off-planeter, can I perceive what this craft might be?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely got the enchantments it needs for flying. It's definitely an airship of some sort.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to cast my cantrip resistance on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to approach that ship and look for entrances or windows that I can peer in through.
Yeah, I mean it's uncovered, right? It's like a dinghy, so you could walk onto it. Yeah, if you wanted.
Can I just observe it to see if there's any kind of traps or dangers that I might encounter?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
It's a 12.
Okay. You don't spot any traps that you could tell.
So all I'm currently seeing in this enclosure is just like these little pools of earth blood plus the ship. I'll step into the ship for a second and see what I can observe about its controls and whatnot.
Beautiful. You immediately trigger the protective spell, which explodes, causing you to take some damage. But first, you have to roll a saving throw to see if you can save yourself away from this. So good thing you put that resistance on. Dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, that's... Okay, that's a 5.
You can add a d4 to that, but it's not going to make a difference.
Big old D4. Here it comes. Yeah, 4.
That's
9.
not even 9. Guess what? That's not even close. 28 points of force damage as you are blown back from this, and we're going to cut back to the other conversation to see when this explosion interrupts it.
Well, sure. I mean, this cave, I'm sure, will be very, very comfortable now that the that weird, like, color thing is gone. Until the locals find out that you're here and come and want to see what's going on. I'm sure there'll be quite a bit of interest in an alien that's hoarding, has a spaceship and is hoarding Earth's blood.
Seems statistically speaking, they are unlikely to believe that I am an alien hoarding Earth's blood.
Well, I mean, perhaps so, but there are some people out there who are very convincing.
Don't bring the locals into this, please. I really.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. It's probably you're right. It's probably not necessary. Like I totally get it. I think it's probably not going to come to that.
I do not like this experience right now.
Unrelated. Who was here first? The alien Radiance or you?
The Radiance.
Huh.
And you said you chose to crash here?
Yes, I sensed the Earth's blood, and I knew that it would help me.
And so the crater was yours, right?
Yes.
How did it get filled with like a pool of alien Radiance goop?
Probably just leached into the earth around it. So as you say, I think we get echoing through the cave. Ah, shit. Where's the... Your friend tried to break into my ship. Do you want me to go see if he's alive?
It might not have been him. It could have been one of the cultists.
I think he raises one jackal eyebrow.
Yeah, let's go check.
Turns and starts walking down the path. Heading towards the ship. He gets to the same point where he met you before, and he just sort of quickly walks forward a couple of steps in front of you guys, and then sort of turns back and just waves his hand, and summons a wall of force, blocking you from going any further.
Rude.
Forgive me. Or don't. I don't really care. And he turns and walks down to check in on our air elemental. How you doing there, Narash? 28 points of damage. Is that a lot for an air elemental? Probably not.
It's not really, because I had 90 hit points. But I'm certainly sort of stunned, and I think some of my little extremities go off in puffs of air, which I have to then kind of reassemble. And I'm a little embarrassed, and I'm going to look for... I kind of panic a little bit and look for some crevices I can put my airy self into.
Yeah, absolutely. So you start searching for airy crevices. Yeah, roll a stealth check. Slex, did you have something you want to add? Sorry, I think.
Yeah, my question is... wait, I'm sorry. I'm just checking my... Okay, cool. Can I Misty step past the wall of force?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think the answer is no, but let me double check. Yeah, it blocks all sorts of things. It extends into the ethereal plane. Let me check Misty Step. I'm 99% certain Misty Step won't cut you. Won't cut it. Hold on. The text is unclear. Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and wait until he's out of sight, and then sneak in after.
Okay. absolutely. Do you tell your team that you're doing that?
No, they'll figure it out.
Okay.
Usually,
So I think you all are at the force wall. What's so responsible being at the force wall, the three of you? I'm just curious. What does that feel like?
I wonder if we can dig around it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's like a keyhole somewhere.
My God, this team. You will be the death of all of us. Not you right now, but you. Oh my God. Okay. Look, it's another one of our team. Oh, let me go sneak off and piss off someone really powerful. And oh, what? Oh, I'm probably going to get cursed, and that'll lead us down like a whole month-long plot line. Oh, let me piss off the really, really powerful person we just met. I'm gonna go check on the cultists.
At the by the time that Timothy has finished speaking, Celexa is like she's like making faces at him behind his back, and then she disappears and goes down the tunnel.
Oh, Nova, if you, I don't know, here, and he chucks the shield. I don't know, dispel magic? Question mark.
Dispel magic.
Yeah. Yeah. So you cast dispel magic from the shield.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Text on the shield. Yeah. I think dispel magic is going to be a roll here. So I think this is a wizard shield. So D20 plus your int mod.
Okay, I'm glad that I'm doing this. Can I just roll wisdom or intelligence saving throw? Is that the
Yeah.
same thing?
Yeah.
20.
The wall of force dispels.
Ha!
So he gets down to the cave first though, and he looks around. Narash, was it? I know you're here. Stop hiding.
Okay, I'm just going to come out because I know he's powerful and he can probably identify where I am. But I'm still going to be air elemental for now.
You okay?
I'll give one airy thumbs up.
I speak Orin, so you can speak in Orin, and I will understand it.
Oh, I say. Then yes, I'm okay. Yeah, it wasn't the nicest welcome to your ship, but
well, I don't typically welcome people into my ship without my presence there.
Well, I think the people of this planet don't normally welcome off-worlders into the planet to interfere with their business, but you did.
Wasn't my intention. I crashed.
Oh, well, I always believe what jackal-faced beings say.
Well, I always believe what shapeshifters say.
Yeah, kind of a copycat remark, but okay. Listen, we're both off-planeters. We're both, if I believe you, we're both fighting the Empire, and I need help. So if you want us to trust you more, maybe we can engage in a conversation about that.
I think at this point, Alexa shows up.
Oh, speaking of trust, here's my very trustworthy friend, Celexa.
Geez, guys, that's like, I don't know. You guys having a cat fight over here or something? I've never seen. Oh wait, actually, I can't understand what you guys are saying.
Yeah, you can understand what I'm saying, but not what Narash is saying.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm just speaking common.
Okay. All right, you're understanding. Yeah. All right, and speaking common. Hey. So, yeah, I don't know. I think you accidentally left your force wall up. I know you wanted to continue our conversation, so I just thought I would.
I didn't actually.
Oh really? Well, oh wow, that must have been, my fault. I get my signals crossed sometimes. But we were talking about the local the town and the townsfolk. I think just a minute ago. Do you remember that? This was our you probably don't remember.
I remember this.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I know that you want to take care of your own business. You seem like a private person, really. And I bet if there was something that you could do that was as easy as like removing a curse to ensure your continued privacy, I'm sure you would jump at the opportunity.
I think he then like winces, and it's like, and reaches his head and says, "Ow," and then that's when the wall of force is dispelled. And down come 2 or 3 of you. Are you going to check on the cultists, Timothy? Yeah, cool. So down come Nova and Thea.
Nice ship.
Thanks. There are rules, about not interfering with your people on this planet, and just because that one over there, just the air elemental, is comfortable breaking those rules, or maybe isn't bound by them in some way, shape, or form, like, doesn't mean that I'm not. And so I'm trying to protect myself by not interfering or getting involved.
How's that working out for you so far?
Really badly.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mostly because of you.
Well, we all have bad days sometimes. And, so me, for example, like, I haven't been able to sleep in 4 days, and I'm going to die soon if somebody doesn't do something about that. So, yeah, I'm really sorry you're having a rough day.
You want me to cast a sleep spell on you?
Wait, would that? No, oh God, that sounds so nice. Oh my God. No, I don't think that'll help. But oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Can't you just like, I've seen what you can do. Can't you just like help me get rid of this curse?
I don't know anything about curses. Do you... Look, surely there's someone on planet who knows something about curses.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Well, why don't you talk to them?
It's like politics.
I'm going to jump in here and speak to Gudry again, of course, in this language that can't be understood. I'm going to say, is there a way for the curse to be lifted through the use of Earth's blood and possibly other elements?
I have no idea. I've never heard of Earth's blood being used like that. Maybe possible.
Then what is your understanding?
I mean, I guess it functions as a amplifier on some degree, and so could work from that perspective.
Wait, but you say on some degree. In what way does Earth's blood function to the best of your knowledge?
I mean, mostly it's a fuel.
Is that what your craft uses?
Yeah.
I see. Wow. Great use of natural resources. Your planet must be pretty polluted.
I don't have a planet anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was destroyed by the Empire. Didn't we already go over this?
Do you know Dregma?
Yeah. Backward little swamp world. Kind of sucks. Full of people who don't know anything. Think they know a lot. Minor, unimportant, and insignificant territory that the Empire rules.
Well, actually, we're able to see all that is of importance, and we've never seen you before, so that's interesting. But anyway, going on, I need to get back to my planet at some point, and my craft is destroyed. So I need to either be in touch with Dregma or find another way to leave this planet when I'm finished assisting my friends in our current work. What do you know about getting off planet or communicating off planet?
Get a ship, fly.
Oh, do you happen to have some plans for a ship on you?
That's... Are you trying to book passage off planet on my boat?
Yes. How many can it carry?
Depends how far we're going.
We're going to Dregma. You should know how far that is.
How many people do you want me to carry?
That depends on whether I can finish my business here and how many people will be required. How long is your business on this planet?
Once I have enough Earth's blood from these caves, then I'm ready to go.
And
I want to get out of here before certain parties discover my presence.
What's your timeline look like?
Well, it depends. If you guys all help, then we could have it done in a matter of a couple of hours. If it's just me, it'll probably be a couple of days.
I don't think our party will be ready to do anything off planet for anything close to a matter of weeks.
There's no way I'm staying on this planet for weeks.
All right. Well,
Celexa butts in and she says, all right, hold on. This is ridiculous. We're all sitting here listening to half of a conversation, and Narash, I don't know what you think is going on, but it seems like you're talking to this guy about getting onto his ship or something, and there's so many spaceships in the Kava, and all we have to do is go there. If you really you never told us you really wanted to get off planet. I didn't. If you want to get off planet, go to the Kava. Well, as you know, I'm very good friends with the princess, and I'm sure she'd be happy to get you back to where you need to go.
Not the Empire. Cough, cough.
You're the princess of the empire that is oppressing Dregma. Still, it's good.
But I mean, they definitely know where Dregma is, and they could get you there.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
They own it.
Who better to take you there?
Okay. Well, so you see the elemental's shoulders kind of droop, and I'm going to say, I need to stay with my companions right now, but I'm not sure we'll be able to help you.
Great. I don't want your help anyway.
Fine. And I drift back over amongst my friends.
I'm going to cut to Timothy here. So Timothy, we've got unconscious cultists here right now.
Timothy's going to poke a couple, see if they're doing okay. I mean, maybe see the ones that look the worst off, missing the most flesh.
Yeah.
And try to maybe heal them. Maybe do some quick sewing.
Yeah, medicine check.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. You're able to make a substantive difference to a couple of them. One of them sort of comes to in the middle of your work and just sort of looks at you with sort of this vacant expression.
Hello there. I'm Dr. Timothy. I'm not that kind of doctor, but how are you feeling?
You're sewing in stitches?
Yes, well, multi-talented.
Why can I think again?
Well, you were infected to a degree, and we got rid of the source of the infection. What's the last thing you remember?
I remember everything.
Oh,
I remember painting.
How long was that?
I've been in the cave 2.5 weeks, maybe.
That is a long time. Eating?
She reaches up and touches like where her cheek's not there.
Yeah, that will heal eventually, maybe.
My vision is different.
What do you mean?
Have you ever like seen colored glass? And you know how if you hold the colored glass up to your eye, it sort of makes everything that color?
Sure.
I feel like I have colored glass over my eyes because everything is magenta
Now,
right now.
what did it look like for the last 2.5 weeks?
It didn't look like that. I thought I was seeing things normal.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know much about this, but I'm gonna hazard a guess. Maybe it'll fade in time. Maybe it'll fade in time. Does that make you feel better?
Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I have someone in town that would probably be able to help put you on the right path toward healing. So, yeah, my friends and I will take you back to town, get you
Okay.
set up. Do you have family in town still?
Yeah. I have a sister.
Okay. What's your name?
Isa.
Isa. Isa, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well. Okay. Would you like to help me rouse the rest of these friends?
Yeah. We gotta look after each other now, I guess.
Yeah. Did you do anything creative before this infection?
No, I was. I mean, I was a line cook, so depends on what you mean. But I didn't do like recipe crafting or anything.
And how about now?
I mean, for the last 2.5 weeks, I've been working on this mural.
Yeah. Any strong desire to paint now?
No. At least not like it was before. Where it was like this internal yearning. She seems very vacant, but that may or may not be normal considering we don't have a lot of experience with this.
Yeah. I'm going to yeah, so maybe I will do most of the rousing and take her along with me, and I will I'm just gonna tie like a chain of them together so that kind of like baby leashes. So
yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you take them outside?
Sure. How many are there?
We established with the word like 10 or 12.
Okay. How many people can Timothy manage on his own? Yeah, sure. What the heck? Why not?
Yeah, I mean they're not like they're not in need of like heavy management. They're not toddlers. They're somewhere in between. They're just a little bit vacant, which ironically makes them a little easier to manage. They seem to be following basic instructions, and they seem to know who they are and want to go home. As you take them outside, though, it's like a sunny day. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon at this point, and as they step outside, they all like seem surprised by the sun, and one of them looks at you and says, Isa looks at you and says, where'd the stars go?
The stars are technically there still. They are visible at night. I mean, technically that's a star too, but
But I thought the sun went out.
That, no. Any other troubling, cryptic, vague things you'd like to tell me?
No, I thought the sun went out, and that's why we could see the stars all the time.
No, sun is still there.
Okay.
Whoa. Interesting. What's your star sign? Sorry, I'm not like, that's a common saying. I mean, that's a common one. I'm not gonna mock you.
Mine? It's the sign of the Behir.
Huh. Yeah. Any other than the obvious, any changes happen within the past month? Or right around a month ago?
No.
No. Okay. Well, hey, how about you take a seat, and we're gonna wait for some friends.
Okay. Yeah, and they just sort of sit in the field of flowers and plants. Meanwhile, back downstairs.
I wonder while those conversations were happening with Smith and Harash, could I have been looking around?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Just anything like suspicious, or like maybe if there's like a journal or something, just so I can.
Yeah, I mean, roll an investigation check. I don't know how much you're gonna find here, but
Okay.
there may be something to spot.
Can I help?
Sure. 17. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I think the real thing that you spot is a weird, looks like a handheld tool, and it looks like a hollow, like, pipe, but it's bigger than a pipe, and you realize really quickly that this is like something that you would use to poke into the earth and make these 6-inch diameter holes, probably searching for earth blood. It's like a tool of some sort. That's the thing you really find. You don't find any sort of secret journal that says, "Here's why I'm the super secret villain of the campaign" or whatever, But yeah.
No postcards like,
No.
I'm doing my evil thing.
Yeah, no. I'm doing evil things. No. Oh, wait, hold on. How close are you willing to get to the ship?
As close as I can without being noticed by him. Yeah.
Okay. No, we're good.
Does the tool thing do the holes like?
Sorry. That broke me. Someone in chat is making political humor that I found amusing. Okay. What'd you say?
Do the holes like match the ones we saw on the outside of the cave? Like the size?
No, the ones on the outside of the cave are much rougher.
Okay.
Much more chaotic. These are very controlled. These are all perfectly 6 inches in diameter. The ones on the outside seem to be much varying in size.
Okay.
And also much like this is like it like goes down almost mechanically and comes out mechanically. It comes out very neatly. So.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna try wrapping up my conversation with Dundry and just say yes or no question. Do you oppose the Empire?
Yes.
And I don't remember if we did this before, but I want to do an insight check to make sure that that's true.
100% do an insight check.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
In fact, I think I'll even pause for a second and go on and say, not only do I oppose the Empire, I hate them. I want them not only to fall, but to die and to suffer the slow and agonizing death, the most slow and agonizing death that I can possibly invent for them. I don't personally have the power to do that right now, but I guarantee you that if I could, they would shatter into a million pieces, and we would break them and scatter them so far apart that they could never return.
Well, I'm going to go on and say, well, I know you think you're opposing the Empire, but whether you know it or not, they are assembling a new chemical weapon that is based on an element from my planet, which you disdain so greatly. And so I'm here to try to fight against that effort. And it seems like you're not really willing to help in that fight, but at some point, I'm either going to need a lift off this planet, possibly with friends, or a delivery from this planet to mine. Would you be willing to return here? And is there a way I can call for you?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
I'll use guidance on this as well.
Yeah, feel free.
That's a 17. 30, 20 again.
A delivery to your planet?
If I can arrange what I hope to arrange, yes. It would be a major blow to the Empire.
I can find my way back here in 4 weeks, a month.
How will we find you? Or will you find us?
Sort of furrows his jackally face, and his fur just does this like run up and down thing where it just like shivers. And he goes over to his ship and says a couple words, and then just sort of leans in and reaches into it and finds a small compartment and pulls something out. And he walks over to you, and he hands you a bracelet. It is multicolored.
Excellent. So I just call you through this?
No, I will find you through it in 4 weeks.
Okay. I try on the bracelet. I'm pleased with how it looks, and I leave it on.
Okay. Are you no longer an air elemental?
Oh, good point. I would like to remain an air elemental for a little longer, so can I just hold on to it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if that's all...
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I'm so glad. It sounds like you and, you know,
Narash.
you and Narash have figured your thing out. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and I'm so glad you have your arrangement. We'll just go ahead and meet you back here tomorrow morning to help you get your ship ready, and then you can just drop us off at the next major city, so we can so I can stay alive. Does that sound okay? We'll just see you in the morning.
You're heading... Do you want... Sorry, next major city. Do you mean south to Chalestra or north to north deeper into Prion?
We're going to Uxiatal, right?
Yeah, to Uxiatal, to Prion.
I can give you a lift, but
yeah.
Don't tell anyone that I'm here.
I mean, I wouldn't dream of it.
And get the cult out of here while you're at it. They're annoying to work around.
Knowing Timothy, he's probably already got them all bandaged up and is, feeding them tea and fish.
Tomorrow morning, then. But I leave no later than 9. If you're not here by 9, I'm out.
Well, I thought you needed our help to get the ship ready, anyways. We'll be here after.
It was an idle threat. It had no meaning.
We'll be here after breakfast. Can I bring you a scone?
That would be lovely.
Okay. All right. So Alexa looks at Aaron Narash.
I just nod.
Okay. Nice ship, by the way. And she starts walking towards the exit.
Absolutely. Does everyone leave?
I would like to shake his hand first. Very nice meeting you, and then leave.
Yeah, his paw is small in your hand.
Aww.
He's got beans.
Young beans.
Got little beans.
Does he have beans and a thumb?
Does he have beans and a thumb? No, he has no thumb.
Oh.
Just beans. Okay. And you guys make it out of the colorful cave. And you see Timothy there with 12 little ducklings following behind him.
That's not all of the cultists, though, is it?
No, it is not. There are more in another part of the cave. I think there are 6 more, if you would like to get them too.
Can we do a sweep through of the caves and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you just roll an investigation check for me?
Okay. All right. That's a 20 plus a d10.
If you'd like to add it.
Yeah. 27.
27. Okay, well that'll give you anything that you might have missed. I think the only major thing that you missed. Ooh. There are 2 things you missed. One, well, actually, they're kind of the same thing. A collection of paints. And paint supplies. Of various sorts. Weird substances, weird liquids, including one that seems to be just, like, it almost looks like a shattered mirror. It's just like tiny fragments of reflective metal that are very bright and shiny, and there's a clay pot that is filled with them.
Can I do some sort of check to see if I recognize that metal?
Yeah, absolutely. You are the one who is most likely to, so why don't you roll a nature check for me?
Actually,
Or
I don't.
Arcana.
Or Arcana? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have training in either of those, believe it or not, but I will go for it anyway.
That's
And
fine.
I'll use guidance again.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's a 3.
That's not going to be enough. Okay. You do not recognize it.
Is it anything that we came across in the kebab?
It certainly was possible you came across it in the Kava. I don't remember whether you did or not. Let me
We did
check if it's in your notes.
Something in a box.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. You came across a thing. I remember you coming across a thing in a box. I don't remember if you ever identified it or determined what it was.
That was the starlight. Was it starlight in a box?
Starlight in a box. No, that was different. That is different. Yes. But
And it's not.
it's not what?
It's not bone metal.
It is bone metal. Wow. Oh no, it's not bone metal. Sorry, it's no, it is not. It is mirror bright. I will even just tell you now so that I don't fuck it up later. It is mirror bright.
Okay.
I'm going to just draw in the sand. Let's take some.
Where's Timothy with those beakers?
I mean, it's already in a clay pot, so someone clearly was collecting it. In fact, with the 20s, you notice that they were probably collecting it from this room. It seems to be occurring here naturally.
Oh.
Shaving it off the walls. There's nothing left, but still.
Since I'm a massive creature, maybe I'll just pick it up and take it along with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's relatively heavy for its size, but yeah, quite carryable.
Can I take a quick look at the mural one last time and see if there's anything to it other than just a fever dream that's been painted on the wall?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
Jesus. That's 28.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On Dregma, when you take the yellow citrine, sometimes there is this frame around your visions that is just this field of colors. And the way the visions happen, it's kind of like not your focus. In fact, if you try to focus on it, the vision just sort of moves there. So it's always only at the edge of your perception. But you're confident that this is a depiction of that field of colors that surrounds the edges of your vision sometimes.
Okay, here's a subtle question. Do I know whether that's unique to me on Dregma versus others of the circle of Elia?
It is not unique to you. It is something that you experience because of the citrine algae.
In looking at the painting or rendering, do I have a sense that it is actively doing some sort of evil magic, or apt to have the same effect on others that where it was seemingly trying to overwhelm me?
It may. It's definitely something that probably should be covered. But you also, with your 28, I will just tell you flat out that there's a degree of which, without the power of the alien radiance to empower it, the power will fade over time. The colors will sink into the stone, and it will dissipate.
Okay, well, as the I know I'm taking a lot of time here, but as the last thing I do, I'm going to try to use my whirlwind attack to sandblast the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. So you just start sandblasting the wall. Yeah, and it starts to smear. Some of the paint isn't even dry yet because they were just painting it, and it just starts to smear the colors a little bit. It spreads it, and you essentially destroy the image that was there. It's still blurred and smeary, but it won't have any effect on a passersby in the same way that it did for you.
Was there a second thing that we found besides the clay pot?
Yeah, just the inks that they were making, of various sorts. But yeah, the mirror braid is the important thing.
I think we probably collect the rest of the cultists and then make our way up to Timothy.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys make your way out to Timothy, having done a clean sweep of this cave, and make your way out.
Flexa has been like she found a like a ledge on the cliff that was like comfortable to sit on, and she's been taking a little break and just kind of hanging out there. Yeah.
Sounds good.
When we go outside, are there still a bunch of colorful flowers?
Yes, they are still there, but they seem slightly more muted, and some of the colors seem to be like leaching out.
Oh darn! We're not going to be able to collect them for money, are we?
Well, we could try.
Do a mock-up with the paints.
Yeah.
I don't think,
Painting the
based on what we've seen so far, I feel like the people in town might have lost their enthusiasm for these anyways.
Do we see any flowers that look like the really special one?
Yeah, why don't you roll? You're gonna spend time to search for it. It would take time to search for it. It's very rare.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll a investigation check or survival?
Investigation. And I'll add a d10. I think that's my last one.
Yeah, unfortunately, you search for an hour, but you don't find any of the very special flower that he likes.
Okay.
Without searching deeply, do we see any of the wolves? Just looking.
No, they've gone off into the woods since Timothy sent them away.
All right. Okay. Shall we head back into town?
Okay, so you guys make your way back towards town, and as you are approaching the town, there's this beautiful little park that's just outside the town, and you see a figure walking through it, sort of heading towards your direction, cloaked and hooded, but sort of making their way towards you, and then seeing you, pulls down the hood and just waves and smiles. Guys, hey, it's Cat's Grace.
Hello. It's Alexa. It's your boyfriend.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I make Selexa's hair like blow like in a commercial.
Yeah. Cat's Grace comes towards you guys and says, Wow. So are you all okay? Is everyone doing well? Is everyone healthy, happy, and well? You're returning. May I assume victorious?
Uh, I mean, I think we did all right for ourselves, and look, we brought home the townspeople.
Yes, I see. Are they doing okay?
There are some lingering side effects, and I think it would be wise if we brought them to a mutual friend to kind of help them get back on the right path. I think there will be some complications.
That sounds like an excellent plan. I am grateful though. Is the source of this gone? Do we have any future risk here?
No, I think it's dead. I mean,
It's dead. So it was a thing.
it was a thing.
Interesting. Well, you'll have to tell me all about it. You guys look parched. Let's drop these people off with our mutual friend Marco and see then if he can help them. And then why don't I take you out to a night on the town? I can tell you about my daring deception of the Racian military that hunts for you very strongly. I don't know what you did there, but they seem to not like you very much.
That sounds about right.
By the way, do you guys have any relationship or friendship with the Kava?
It depends who's asking.
That would be me.
Why?
Well, the deception that I laid was that you guys had come through Mesunekor and gone and were heading towards the Kava. So the army is heading that way now. I chose it at first because it seemed like vague and mysterious, but it took shockingly little to convince them that that was where you were heading. And then also Chalestra has that whole war thing with the Kava-ish going on right now, whatever they call that thing. And so it struck me as like oh, maybe they'll believe you're sympathizers with the enemy, but then they just like believed it instantly. I didn't really have to do much to convince them. I was expecting more trouble.
We have been known to be there. So.
Kind of a big deal. We're kind of a big deal in the Kava.
Kind of a big deal in the Kava.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a tale and a half. Let's drop off these people, and you can tell me all about it over wine and dinner and some of the best that.
As long as there's something to drink, then you can sign me up.
My dear, with me, there is always something to drink. And
That's
I think
a great plan. Hey, can I just borrow one of them for a second? And Narash, maybe?
I'm going to change back into my normal form.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, sure.
Thank God. Timothy actually said that in character. I love it.
Narash, this is do you change back into clothes? Or like do you ever lose clothes?
Oh, and then I add my clothes.
Okay. Narash, this is Isa. She's one of the people that we just helped.
Hello, Isa.
Hmm?
Isa, can you tell Narash what you were telling me about
what?
the sun and
Oh, well, when I was infected, I think, or whatever, I couldn't see the sun, so I thought they'd taken it away, but I could see all the stars.
Did the stars appear in their normal places?
Some of them, but others were. It was like we were inside a bowl.
Inside a bowl.
And the stars were gems inside of a bowl.
Mm.
I don't know if this is something worth pursuing, but just the way she talked reminded me of you. You know, in that it's cryptic and nonsensical, and I thought that maybe I don't know. The citrine algae might help her make sense of her, confusion, or you might be able to shed some light on it.
I guess it could, but it might also make her situation worse. I'd like to do what maybe would be a medicine check to see if I can tell the source of what is addling her. In other words, whether this is like just something wearing off or whether she's still actually afflicted by something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll a medicine check.
Oh yeah. Also, she says she's looking through magenta eyes. So sorry to bury the lead there.
Oh, okay. That's a 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hard to tell. Not obvious whether long-term consequences are here or whether they are, or whether these are like short-term consequences wearing off. She's certainly still seeing it, and it hasn't lessened in the past hour of travel, couple hours of travel, whatever it is.
Okay, I'm going to relate to Timothy what I observed about the painting and its relationship to the citrine algae via Circle of Elia members. So in other words, it's the same color that we see on the edges of our visions. That's why I'm a little worried to give her more citrine algae, but you might be right.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I would be hesitant to do that as well. But I thought you should know. In the next time you take a visit to your special place, if you see anything that is reminiscent of that, maybe let me know.
Magenta eyes and stars in a bowl.
It's probably nothing.
Okay.
And I think on that cryptic note, we will take our break. Back in 10, everyone. Hey everyone, we're back. Welcome back to Sagas of the Shimmering Seas. This is the Chosen Few. As always, I like to take a moment here at the top of the second part of the show to encourage you, yes you, to think about your place and position in the world and how you can use that place and or position to help others. Right now, it's sort of the end of the school year for my students, and I tend to be thinking a lot about how I can go the extra mile to support them as they transition. Right now, boy, let me tell you, I don't know how I would have handled mentally being a student during a pandemic. I see so many of my students are suffering and struggling, not being able to have that sort of constant social feedback that you're used to when you are that age is very, very stressful. And they have so little power in society that it's almost comical. And so I'm looking for ways to help out and support the youngest and, in many ways, some of the most affected by this pandemic right now. So that's what I'm doing. But you do what you think is right. You think about what you think is rough in the world and see if you can think of a way to help people because of it. I think that's one of the true good things you can do. Also, we've got other shows on this channel. I know, that's shocking, but we've got 3 shows on this channel that all take place in the same world. That's this afternoon, this show, The Chosen Few. Then on Thursday mornings, we've got our sort of old school dungeon crawly game where they are digging through and rustling through the tombs of Priam, trying to figure out what buried secrets there are, and they just uncovered, I think, probably one of the most profoundly deep and affecting lore things that have happened in the world, and I don't even think they fully realized or noticed it, which is pretty cool. And I am definitely not teasing my producer who is in that game and listening to me right now as I say this. But that's okay. I think it was pretty exciting nonetheless. And they are figuring out what they want to do with a bunch of prisoners that they just found. And they want to save them probably, but their ruse only would save one. And so they've got to figure out whether they're going to continue their ruse and save one or ditch their ruse and fight their way out probably. And then on Thursday evenings, we've got a whole campaign that's dedicated to the overthrow of a fascist dictator. It turns out that fascist dictators suck, and one of them is in charge of Ray C, and this group doesn't like him very much, but neither does that group, and that group is going to do their best to overthrow him and overturn him. Right now, they are busily supplanting his subordinates so that when if they successfully overturn him, he won't just immediately be replaced by someone else, and I won't have to change the name of the stream, because that's the assassination of Primarch Magley Black Eyes. So come check out some of our other content. It's a lot of fun. If you want updates, you can always follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MatthewCamiel, MatthewCmiel, and you can find updates about when we're going live and all that good stuff there. And with that, let's get back to it. So, you guys take a short rest. Is that what I heard during the break? Y'all take a short rest? Cool. Spend some hit dice. If you spend hit dice, you get an extra d6 because you are hanging out with the bard, who is oh so restful, which is kind of ironic. She helps other people rest, even if she herself cannot. And regains some hit points. And Cat's Grace takes you out for a night on the town. All those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. Gotta love a night out on the town. I like a night out on the town, at least. And with that, what do you guys tell Cat's Grace about this adventure that you guys had? I ask mostly because you were explicitly told by Gundry not to reveal his presence to anyone.
It was awesome. There was this color thing, and we killed it.
You killed it. Can you tell me about this color thing? I must admit, I am to a certain extent very curious. And Nova, I want you to tell this story as best you can, for I am curious about the details, and I like the way that you get animated and excited as you tell these stories.
Well, there was this cave, and there's this field, and we went into the cave, and then we tracked it down all the way to the bottom, and then there was this behir.
There was a behir?
Yeah, and we killed it.
Wow. That's and you fought the behir and the color thing, but there's no way you fought them both at the same time, right? First one, then the other.
Of course.
Okay.
First one, then the other.
Yeah, but like in totally separate rooms, right? They weren't like supporting each other or backing each other up.
Oh no, they were in the same room. But first one, then the other.
Wait, so you took down the behir while this creepy color thing was attacking you too, and then you took down the creepy color thing?
Yeah, and
so you fought both simultaneously. That's what you're telling me.
Exactly.
I don't even believe you. There's no way you're that cool.
And Narash was an air elemental, and it was fun.
Narash turned into an air element. You can shape change into an air elemental.
It's one of my many talents.
Can you shapeshift into other elementals?
You know, I don't want to brag.
Oh, a modest druid. Well, color me impressed. Or rather, I guess not color, because that's now a sad term, and also I am very white. But nonetheless, still, that sounds like quite the impressive feat that you guys undertook there. And you brought all of the members of this, well, the afflicted home, and that's well, I cannot thank you enough for that. So, at the very least, this magnificent repast will be upon me. And I think he times it well, and as he says that, food is brought to the table, and it's quite glorious looking. And cocktails are brought around as well.
Is there any fruit?
No, there is not.
Hey, waiter, could I get some fruit?
I am sorry, madame, but, well, all of the fruit that was in the city was afflicted by some sort of corruption, and so we have removed it. There is slow new fruit being brought in, but it was a decision by the by the mayor of the city. Yes, that was me working on that. I was uncertain how much everything would be affected, but it seems that the alien radiance was affecting the fruit, and so I had it all removed for safety. I wasn't certain if it was how people were getting sick, but it certainly didn't taste good, so no one really minded.
All right, cool.
I think by the time the food gets to the table, I think Celexa is on her like third cocktail.
Sounds good. Beautiful. Thea, what about you? What are you feeling in this moment?
I feel like feeling a little relief to be uncursed at this point, and yeah, I feel like I would have liked to see fruit and like test my reaction to it, but we don't have it.
Yeah, they definitely got rid of it all.
Yeah.
Conscientiously. They're gonna have some financial problems here for a little bit of time, but not forever. What about you, Timothy? How are you feeling in this moment? What are you thinking about?
I think maybe Timothy has is a little bit further away, or like maybe just at the end of the table, purposely, and he's sitting there, not sullenly, but like haughtily or holier than thou, with his drink, going, well, we made it through this one, didn't we?
Yes, it sounds like you had an excellent plan that you put together and executed well. Tell me, Timothy, was this your plan? It sounds like one that was well thought out.
No. Oh, well, Hey, well, why, thank you. Boy, it feels good to be recognized for one's talents, doesn't it, Cat's Grace?
Oh man, I am so willing to recognize you for your talents that I am on Team Timothy. In fact, I'm on Team Timothy.
Timothy, wow, that has a nice ring to it.
It does have a nice ring to it, and I'm going to stick with it.
Wow, yeah, I like that. I'm a fan. Let's see. Well, certainly it was a team effort, but I did. I charmed a few poor wolves instead of killing them with a stab, slash kind of deal.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because I think that all life on some level is important to maintain. I mean, obviously, sometimes there is a corruption or something that affects us all, and sometimes for the good of all, it must be excised, of course, but that should always be a sad thing. If we can find a way to preserve what is alive, if we can find a way to maintain it, then that is more than a good calling, I think a holy one.
I could not have said it better. Oh, no, do you have something you'd like to add, Celexa?
Yeah, I'm sorry. The that whole holy thing is just, I thought that was yeah, you know, you don't once you've hung around in a room full of gods, it's kind of hard to take the idea of like deific obedience too seriously.
And tell me, have you hung around in a room full of gods?
Yeah.
I mean, hasn't everyone?
Well, when I say holy, I definitely do not mean some supposed self-proclaimed god that claims a deific status. Many things are things that are willing to claim godhood. And I'm not even referring to any specific god. In many ways, I find myself closer to the Suneran belief structure, if we're thinking in those terms, where there's what is holy is what is between us all, what is within us all, not so much this external source of being. Within each of the cultures here, you find some degree of understanding that there is something beautiful in not in a god, but in this idea of coming together, or this connectivity between all things. Sorry for rambling, my own scent. Not even worth two.
I appreciate it. I, for one, agree. Gods can, here it's just how about a round of just a round of cheers. Gods suck, huh? How about that one?
Gods suck. I'll agree. May they not manipulate in our lives. Cheers. He downs it in one.
I feel like this is a drinking game kind of moment. Anyone know any good ones?
Probably I would, because I'm the sort of character that would. Yes, of course, I know a drinking game or two. Yeah.
I don't know. We could drink every time that Timothy tries to, suggest that we would never get anything done without him.
Just downs her drink.
Timothy gives a look, and Cat's Grace downs a drink.
That's fine. Fine. Hey, who brought down the covering again?
Was that you?
No, I mean not physically.
Oh yes, because I'm sure there isn't enough blame to go around on that one.
Sorry, hold on. Are you telling me that you guys are the ones that brought down the covering?
No, I'm definitely not.
We did say we're kind of a big deal in the kebab, right?
You're the chosen few.
Why'd you gotta go and spoil that fun?
Ah, so when you were speaking of the gods, you meant in a more literal sense than I perhaps even realized, even though it seemed very casual.
Seriously, screw those guys. I mean, I don't know who do they think they are, anyways? Who do they think they are? Like, they just come and go whenever they want. They walk all over you. They don't even care when you get cursed, but they'll like throw astrovargs at your airship. And I'm halfway convinced that they had something to do with this radiant cloud thing. But if I knew who it was, man, I would give them a piece of my mind.
Cat's Grace gets quiet and reaches for a drink, but reaches for the water instead of the cocktail.
Yeah. So, what do you think about that chosen few thing, huh? I guess you've heard of it.
What's the chosen few?
Oh, yeah.
Um, there was a prophecy a long time ago made by a Gabanian about a group of 5 individuals who would come in and, depending on how you read the prophecy, either change or save or shift their society, and through that shift the world itself. There's a bunch of other things about the return of a dark power and blah 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 blah, all that sort of nonsense. But anyway, the Kava, a faction among the Kava, decided to claim that the prophecy was enacted, and therefore brought in the 5 people that they felt were closest to the people referenced in the prophecy, to change their society, and that faction won out and shifted things. It was quite a traumatic event, but it led to the shattering of the covering, which is why the world is now open, and we have problems like gods showing up, and the alien radiance, and all those sorts of things. This world is a very weird world. It's not like other worlds. I don't know if you've noticed that yet, Narash.
Well, yeah, no, that's all very fascinating, but, just point of order, I guess. I just got here. Wasn't it the Chosen 4 and now it's the Chosen 5?
Well, we did have someone else we were traveling with, Caliban, but he decided that he wanted to stay with that group of people who are doing things.
He wanted a desk job.
Oh.
But you're cool. You're a good replacement.
Okay, well, that's one of the nicer compliments I've ever received.
Wait, hey, Kat, you said this planet is weird and not like other planets. What do you know about other planets?
Oh, well, I'm not from around here.
Aw, shit.
Narash is like, what? What do you mean not from around here?
Not from around here. I mean exactly what I mean.
Are you an off-planeter?
Yes.
Ugh.
I know. It's like you can't even meet people from this planet anymore.
Seriously.
I thought I was meeting some nice, normal people. And here it turns out that you were like, the playthings of deities. That's not exactly a place I want to be near.
And you can't find a nice fen on this planet, am I right?
I am sure you are.
No. Okay, well, maybe we have different values, but anyway, it's a weird place.
Get here after the covering went down?
Yes.
Why?
Because the covering went down.
But why did you come here?
To protect, I think, mostly. I don't really have a good answer for that. Curiosity. Safety. Desire to protect things.
Where are you from?
Elsewhere. Would it matter if I told you?
Maybe.
Aeon.
And what is it that you want to protect?
Mostly the citizens here. People.
Can I do a check to discover if I know Aeon?
Sure. History check.
Oop, that's a 4.
Nope.
That seems appropriate. I don't think Narash was a great studier of astronomy.
Gosh, this is some crazy. So Alexa, I think, is talking to Thea, and she's like, "This is some crazy luck. Like we just can't stop running into aliens. It's like,
Yeah.
twice in one day. How does that even happen?"
Oh, yeah.
What?
But Cat's Grace, you said the gods could only come in after the covering came down.
No, anyone. The covering's down. Your planet is open for business. The alien radiance wasn't a god. Also, I thought I already established that my opinion of the gods was that they were idiots pretending to be more powerful than they are.
So you're saying they're kind of like this radiance, just like a powerful.
Well, I don't know what the radiance was exactly. It seemed to be more instinctive than intelligent, so I don't want to give it too much credit, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You were the ones that fought it. You tell me.
Yeah, it wasn't a big talker.
It felt fearful. It took me over briefly. Yeah, animalistic in what was what I sensed from it. It just self-preservation, not malignant, no malcontent.
Yes. Unfortunate then that its form of self-preservation was so harmful to others.
Agreed.
So now that we've lifted this curse, what's your next mission on this planet?
Oh, to help the people that were affected by it until they're better.
So you came here simply to help the people of this planet. Are all the people of your planet so generous?
Yes. More or less.
How did you know?
80-20.
Oh. How did you know about what was happening here? What brought you specifically?
The covering. It fell. Surely you realize that when the covering fell, it had reverberations throughout the universe. People were aware of it.
But your mission was simply to defend the planet when you saw the covering come down.
I came to a random spot and started investigating and tried to help.
You wouldn't happen to be here to steal all of our natural resources, like literally everyone else?
No, the opposite. I'm trying to prevent people from stealing your natural resources. But honestly, that's more like my boss's goal. My goal is more just to help out the people. You know?
You aren't with the Empire, are you?
No.
Then who is your boss?
I'm with the dragons.
Cool name.
No,
Dragons?
the actual dragons.
Actual dragons.
Yes. I am one, actually. I'm just in disguise right now.
Oh, shit.
Not a very good disguise, I know.
Could
What
you
is
just show us the real thing just for a second? You know, we're
No.
just having some drinks. It would be great.
No.
How big are you? Are you really big?
I am moderately sized.
So yeah.
You would probably think of it as large, but I'm not large for dragon folk.
Huh.
So you're not with the Empire?
No.
Can I insight that?
Yes.
That's pretty bad. That's a 10.
No, he's smiling and friendly. Doesn't seem to be giving anything away.
How do you feel about the Empire?
Mixed. Broadly, I don't know. In many ways, I'm too low level for that sort of political, broad scale thinking. Yeah, I don't know. I feel mixed. I think they do a lot of harm. And I'm glad not to be a citizen of them. But, I also can't help but see certain stabilities that they may have brought. The Beholder Wars, for example. That was a dark time, and they were quite beneficial. I'm mixed.
Interesting.
Are other of your allies on the planet?
You mean my people?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Wandering around, looking for ways to help, I don't know, there's a class of us that are searching for people who have been unduly influenced by off-worlders. There's a couple of people who have escaped and are calling themselves gods and are using we're using the weakness of the covering as a chance to hide out here and manipulate people, and now are here manipulating people.
Know of any off-worlders nearby?
Do I know of any off-worlders nearby, like in
other than like Narash?
Messenukor? No. I was here for a week and then uncovered a secret organization which turned out to be the spy organization of the what do you call them? Your people.
Oh, like your friend who owns the furniture shop?
Yeah, Marco, and this sort of peace effort that you guys are making, which I think is kind of cool. Seems nice, and so I'm trying to support it. I'm a little dubious because those sorts of projects, well, let's be real, they only sometimes work. But I like the idea, so I'm trying to support it.
Hey, Celexa, how did you say you knew that guy?
You mean? Oh yeah, Marco. He I heard that he was helping the Grand Accord.
Yeah, the guy from the spy network.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, right. Well, that's why he's here to help the Grand Accord, right? Like, isn't that what you want?
Sure, it's just such a weird coincidence.
I mean, what?
In what way is that weird? Let's. I'm gonna jump in here and provide social cover for someone who clearly is uncomfortable with your questioning. In what ways would that possibly be weird?
I don't know. I'm just being friends with spies. I think is kind of weird in general.
What's wrong with being friends with spies? Some of my best friends are spies. I'm a spy, and don't you think that we could be friends, Nova?
Yeah, I think you're also kind of weird though.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're like an off-worlder, and
yes.
Yeah.
And you think that that's weird? There's more people off-world than on-world. In many ways, it's much more statistically likely that you are weird for being from this world. Heck, your whole world is weird.
Sure.
Can I jump in and just do a check to see if Cat's Grace is at all intoxicated?
Yes, absolutely. You insight check. He is very intoxicated. He may not be slurring his words, but this is definitely he probably did not intend to reveal that he was off-world, but got caught and was like, whatever. It's sort of his response to it.
Yeah, Cat's Grace, you seem to be doing an amazing job with your work here, and I just wonder what's up next for you. Like, what do you think you could really accomplish if you had your greatest desire come true?
Well, right now my greatest desire is to enjoy a pleasant evening with my new friends and to become friends with them.
Oh yeah, but think big. I mean, you just seem to have so many amazing abilities. Look, you're a dragon we didn't even know. I really have to tip the cap to you. You're quite a handsome creature and so well spoken. It seems like you really could do anything you want.
Charming. To do. Don't forget charming. Charming is important.
Oh, I just think that goes without saying. I didn't want to embarrass you by pointing it out.
If I could have anything that I wanted.
Meanwhile, I'm refreshing his drink.
If I could have anything that I wanted. I mean, I'm a simple person.
Yeah.
I want good evenings like this. I'm not kidding. This is what I value, and I value that being possible for others. I want to... There's a lot of garbage garbage sentient beings out there. And there's a lot that are just trying to do the right thing. And I don't know if I know what the right thing is. I don't know if I really do, but nights like this, these are, I want everyone to have them if they can.
That was like a Matthew McConaughey Oscar speech.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
We have a. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like, Celexa is almost like, because she's pretty drunk at this point. She's like tearing up a little bit, and she's like, she proposes a toast to good times.
To nights like these. Cheers.
Garbage sentient people. I mean, getting rid of garbage sentient people.
So you guys are anti-imperial? Is that what I'm getting the tone from?
I mean, some of us seem to have a history. I don't know. I've never, like, they never did anything to me personally, but
What if they were the ones that manipulated you into everything that you've been manipulated into? I don't know that. I'm just asking how that if that would change how you felt.
If in that case, I will own them.
Well, certainly I will tell you. I have no idea who's manipulating you, but I certainly will tell you that the Empire certainly wanted the covering down. They certainly lied about it a lot. They like to say that they didn't want the covering down, but they certainly did want it down.
We all knew that. That wasn't that big of a secret. They seem that have you been to the Kava?
No. I tend to avoid places where they can immediately detect who and what I am.
Well, there's this tower there. That's the. Is it like the largest building in the Shimmering Sea that we know of?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's this tower here. This tower there. That's the biggest thing I've ever seen, and you can like barely even see the top, and there's like ships coming and going and people from all different planets and these weird like tentacle things that can do weird things with your mind, with your brain. Thea will tell you.
Empire, yes.
He'll tell you. Yeah, Thea will tell you.
Yes.
Yeah.
They of course they wanted the covering down. Of course, I bet it was them. I bet. Do you think it was the Empire? Was it them? Oh, God. We have to go back to the Kava now. We have to go back to the Kava and destroy the Empire. That's what we got to do. I'm sure this. I think Kat's right. This has got to be their fault.
Hey, Kat. Cat's Grace. You said you were indifferent to them, to the Empire. I'm just wondering.
I don't know if indifference is the right word, but
no.
Well, I have a complicated relationship view of them. I have very little to do with them. Sorry, you were saying.
Well, I think we can all agree that they have some, hegemonic evil tendencies. Have they done anything so blatant as to, I don't know, destroy a planet, shall we say, or anything?
I'm not a historian. The Empire's been around for a long time, and I'm sure it's done many awful things. It wouldn't surprise me if it was involved in either the sacrifice of a planet in one of the wars, or perhaps even something more so. there's a lot of power out there, and a lot of people do things differently. And there's a lot of power here too. You guys have sort of an outsized view of the power creep of the universe in some ways, but it strikes me not as impossible. Why? Have you heard of them destroying a planet? It seems unlikely they'll destroy you. They want you. They want your resources.
Yes. Yeah. No, just curious.
It seemed like more of a sorry to jump in.
Sure.
It seemed like more of a hypothetical question, but if you admit that the Empire is capable of destroying a planet or occupying a planet, just as another example,
Easily that they do that all over the place.
yes, and yet you came here when the barrier fell to sort of protect and help the people of this planet. Why the disparity between observing the potential evils of the Empire and coming here immediately to help?
There's a whole pact thing where we're not supposed to tell. It's all under debate right now because of like the covering coming down. When the covering was up, it was easy, just like don't tell anyone from the planet anything. But now the covering's down, and well, information is porous and flows a lot. But there is like this whole thing where we're not supposed to tell you anything.
Like we're some kind of like we're some kind of children or something. Like we're not good enough to know. Or is it just to make it easier to take advantage of us?
You know, I'm not really an expert in the why of this whole thing. Downs another drink.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it sounds like everybody does it, right? Everybody does it. All the off-worlders, they've all been keeping this shit from us. Ugh.
Well, are you the only one from your group on this planet?
No. There's a couple around. We don't know each other or anything or keep track of each other, but you know, there's a couple. I know I have a friend up in Uxeatol. Actually, she is working in the library.
Oh.
Could you put us in touch? I mean,
Sure.
Get there.
Sure. Yeah. Her name's Ashra. She's Silver, Dragonborn. Well.
And do you all have the same goal to help?
We're not a monolith. We all have our different opinions and perspectives and things like that. We're not like we don't have some sort of mother brain mind controlling all of us to feel and think the same way or anything like that.
That'd be weird.
That would be very weird.
Is your colleague in Uxeatol a scholar, given that she's working at the library?
Yes. I think the covering sort of prevented a lot of information from coming to you, but also from leaving as well. And so she is in there doing research pertaining to your history, particularly recent history about how things are going. There's some sort of thing that she's working on. She sent me a letter the other day. It was all very cryptic, and I didn't fully understand it. But you know, that's Ashra is her name. Bookkeeper Ashra, I think. I can't remember her title.
Have you been there? Have you been to Uxeatol?
Mm-hmm. Briefly.
You wouldn't want to. You don't want to go though, right? Like you wouldn't want to go to Uxeatol.
Yeah. Are you inviting me to join? Are you heading that way?
I mean, like that's where we're going, right? Right, guys? Are we going to Uxeatol?
Yeah. We are going that way. We have a friend taking us. I don't know if they have room.
I don't. Maybe maybe they don't. Yeah, I don't know. But would
A
you come?
friend.
Would you come if you could?
Yes. I think I would. I mean, if you wouldn't mind the company, I've certainly enjoyed spending time with you all. You seem interesting and intelligent and fun and clever, and you seem to be doing good work and helping people to live good lives. I'm not the most qualified, but I'm certainly enjoying being with you, and my contacts might be able to be of assistance.
That's perfect. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. You should totally. We're leaving tomorrow.
I fear you might be jumping the gun, dreamy as it would be, for our companion to join us. Yeah, I think we're just being a bit hasty.
If I'm not welcome, I won't come, of course. I'm not one to impose.
No imposition. Timothy, what's the problem?
No, nothing. Yeah, I just, again, it seems like this relationship has only just begun.
I'm gonna jump in and say, yeah, no, I'm still willing to take us. So it's fine.
See, Narash is willing to take us.
You're going through a little bit of a dry spell. Sorry.
I kind of like play with the bracelet, looking at everyone. Like, I'm sure we'll all be able to find our way there when we need to.
That's an interesting piece of jewelry. Where did you get that?
Oh, it comes from my homeland.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, well, great. Tell me all about my homeland.
His eyes narrow. I don't mean to pry, but from what you've spoken about your religions, it seems highly unlikely that you would have a bracelet that is multicolored in that way.
Well, I guess unlikely things do happen. But I'll be so delighted to have you join us as we go to Uxiatal tomorrow.
See, then it's settled. To new friends. Cheers.
To new great friends. Nova looks so uncomfortable. What's on your mind, Nova?
Oh well, just our good friend who's taking us, who is definitely Narash, is likes their privacy and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, okay, you can't tell anybody, right? That's the thing. So you can't tell anybody.
Mum's the word.
Oh, yeah. See, look, this is cat. This is cat.
Oh God, you guys are allied with something that I'm not gonna like or find discomfortable in some way, aren't you?
No.
Just tell me so I can mentally prepare myself.
I mean, you are completely fine with off-worlders, aren't you?
Which is why it's okay that I'm taking everybody.
Just tell me. Get over rip it off like a band-aid.
Friend.
To be honest, I don't quite remember. Timothy, what was the deal with that guy? What was his name again?
Narash. Selecta, you don't seem yourself. My name's Narash.
Yeah. I bet you're going to be hung over tomorrow. Maybe you'll need like a hair of the jackal or something.
Oh my God, the jackal.
Okay, yeah, the jackal. It's an inside joke, but it's just so long to tell and so boring.
You have befriended a Arcanolith.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that a thing? I don't know. But he had beans.
Hard to tell. There's some of
I
the most
remember he had
fiercely.
beans.
I'm sure he did. I have claws. They're some of the most fiercely independent creatures, so it has no meaning to me that it is an Arcanolith, really. Although they do tend to be tricksters who specialize in mental manipulation magics and lying and deceit.
And crappy booby traps.
Yes, was it crappy?
Well, I mean, it barely hurt, but, I suppose it let him know that I was there. Anyway, the cat's out of the bag, I guess, so, yes. We made a friend.
Oh my god. Oh, Narash, were you trying to keep that a secret? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're friends now, but I'm still going to tell you everything that happened tonight tomorrow.
Sorry, that's great.
And to be fair, befriending is a strong word. I would say more like made an agreement that was mutually beneficial for a short term.
Oh god, he's stealing something, isn't he?
Oh,
Think so?
Stealing us away to Uxital.
That's the important thing. The important thing is that we're gonna go to Uxital, and I'm finally gonna be able to sleep. That's what I want. That's what I want all of you to remember. Going there, I'm gonna sleep.
Oh god, you can't sleep this off.
So where are we going after this?
I know a great little club. We can dance late into the night. Maybe burn off some of your energy. Do you like dancing?
I haven't been for a long time, but I feel like right now, yes. Yeah, guys, we should all go. We should all go.
Yes, of course. Everyone's invited if you would like to join us for dancing. Seems like it may just be the two of us, my dear. Shall we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's do it. I'm feeling like $1 million. Let's go. Let's do it.
Narash, pardon me for 1 second. Why don't you get your coat? Narash, can I speak to you for a moment?
Yes. Okay. Thea, maybe you should go along with them as protection.
I mean, I've never gone dancing before, but I guess I could keep an eye out.
Between the three of us, I mean, no offense to you or me, but I bet you're the best dancer.
I do move pretty quickly.
I'm good at jumping.
I took a semester of square dancing in college. Does that count for anything?
Oh my gosh! I totally want to see Thea and Nova dancing.
Great. So Cat's Grace pulls you aside, Narash, and looks at you and says, do you have any herbs for hydration? I'm worried about the long coming hangover for our mutual friend over there.
So Narash was kind of impressed because he was feeling a little uncomfortable about the situation. I think so, and I'm going to check my herb supply. I do have an herb kit.
Yeah, you've got something.
Okay. Give about 2 pinches of this into some water, and I think that'll help with the situation, especially how she feels tomorrow.
Thea, will you join us for a moment?
Sure.
And Cat's Grace explains that to Thea and gives the herbs to Thea. Just for our mutual friend, she's a little drunk.
Sure. You want me to
Probably later. She'll need some hydration after the dancing.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Shall we go dancing?
Yes.
I feel like Celexa is like outside,
Mhm.
and she's already like there's like I don't know, some nearby like
Street performer.
bar or something that's where there's like music coming out, and she's already getting her groove on.
And I think that's where we'll cut it. We'll move on from there to the next day.
Perfect.
Next morning, and let's check in on some people. Timothy, you had some experiments you wanted to run or something, I think?
I'm sorry, what?
Never mind, maybe not.
Wait, what did you say?
It's the next morning. I think you had some experiments you wanted to run, or something. That might
have been me.
That might have been you. Okay, that's also possible. Great. Nat, Narash, what did you want to do?
Are we back at the inn?
Yes, if you'd like to be.
So I don't think I have any weapons. Do I have anything sharp?
Almost certainly. You've got like a cutting knife for your herbalism kit.
So I wanted to spend some time with this little creature that joined me since my dream. And so I want to kind of invite them out of my sleeve. And I'm sort of observing how they come off or out of my skin.
Yeah. Smoothly and easily. Like they were a snake wrapped around you. But comfortable.
And how large is this little creature?
Yeah, it's about 3.5 feet long. And at its thickest, it's like 3 inches, but most of it's thinner than that.
Okay. So I want to say, are you still part of me?
It sort of raises its head and nods at you.
And I sort of want to reach down and pat it a little bit just to touch see what it feels like.
Yeah, it feels soft and pillowy to the touch, and its tongue flicks out and licks your wrist. Just
can you shape change like me?
looks at you and sort of squeezes itself in a little bit, and you see it's much slower than your ability to shape change, but it slowly changes shape and shifts into a squirrel.
Like with fur and everything, or just like
doesn't seem to have fur. It's a little bit translucent in appearance.
Are you? I haven't introduced you to my friends yet and brought you into our adventures. It's dangerous out there. Can you protect yourself?
It sort of looks at you and sort of shrugs. Gives a little squirrel shrug.
Is there a way that we can communicate when I can't see you? And I sort of reach out with my mind to see if I can communicate in words or images.
Yeah, and you hear back psychically like a feeling of friendliness.
I want to say, I met you in a place where I learned lots of things, and I want to ask you about 3 things. And so I'm going to take, let's say I have a little paring knife or something like that, and I'm going to just lightly cut my finger and make a couple of drops of blood on the floor. And then I'm going to open the vial of citrine algae and the vial of Earth's blood and put them, the 3 in order, and set my little friend down in front of them to investigate. And I just kind of send the thought, like, what do you think?
And sorry, your intention here is that you want him to investigate these different substances and.
So I guess I have this idea of doing some chemistry experiments, because I know that my own blood and my heritage make me able to use the citrine algae in ways that others can't. The Earth's blood is an amplifier, and somewhere in all of this, I sort of wonder if there's some sort of experiment in the making.
Yeah. Okay. The creature seems to be tempted by. It sort of expresses to you like intrigue and interest into the combination of the two, or the combination of the three substances, rather. Your blood, the citrine algae, and the Earth's blood. But it also expresses hesitance.
Okay. I want to. I'll recap the two vials, take them back again, and then reach out my hand and see when it invite it to come back onto me and see if it can merge into my substance the way that it came out of me.
Yeah, it merges back into your substance
and is basically invisible to anybody else.
It is entirely invisible to anyone else. I think you notice that you've got like an extra lump of fat that you didn't have in your forearm. You like got a bump there, and anyone who like did a full check would see like there's a lump there. But
probably get that checked out.
And then lastly, I'll just bring it back onto my hand and see if it can reform into like kind of a sparrow, take flight.
It reforms into a sparrow, but it flaps its wings and cannot fly.
And I close my eyes to see whether I can see through its eyes.
You can see through its eyes.
Okay. All right. Well, I say to it, I'm going to call you Rasha. And I reabsorb it back into my body and feel like I have a new companion.
Beautiful. Other scenes before we leave for Uxetal, Nova.
I would like to talk to Ruin.
Yeah, always happy to chat.
Hey, Ruin.
We destroyed that thing.
Yeah, that was awesome. About that.
That was awesome, right?
It was super awesome.
That was so freaking cool.
Yeah,
That's the best I felt in a while. Thank you for that.
What happened exactly?
What do you mean?
Just like demolished it. Like, what was that?
Oh, well, I think like my whole thing is destroying things that like it's fun to destroy things, right? But you know what's the most fun to destroy? Things that are like resistant to being destroyed.
Okay.
Like fracturing things that are this interwoven web. It's just fun.
Okay. So
And like I don't know, there was something about it that was kind of familiar and ancient, and I was just like, oh, I was like, yeah, and then you were like, yeah, and then I was like, yeah, and then we just like did, yeah, it was so great.
Yeah. So was that some kind of like special power reserve you had, or?
It almost felt like the thing itself was what brought that out of me.
Oh.
Like if if we could do that again, like if we could find other things that were like that thing, and then could use this against those things, like that, like I don't know what that, like that was some sort of like colorful energy thing. I don't know what that is at all, but like there's got to be more of that out there, because that was just like too much fun, and we've got to do that again. And I bet there's more out there, and I bet that we could like do this against those sorts of things, or like maybe things that use those sorts of things, or yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, just wanted to check in because that was kind of surprising,
Oh no! Did was it discombobulating? Did it upset you?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was just.
I tried to ask permission. Did I make sure to ask permission?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
It was just I didn't know that you could do that.
Things that are, I mean, I kind of only sort of felt it in the moment, and like, you know, it's hard to know all the time, but like things that are formless or whatever, that's just like, you know, that's the good stuff.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. I'm totally fine with this.
There's more of it out there too,
Oh. Where?
like far away or whatever, but I can sense it.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Whoa. It's not good that there's more of it out there.
Well, I mean, it's kind of good because we can do it again, right?
Oh, that's true. But I mean, it's not good for like the people around it.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. But like, we could go destroy it.
Yeah.
We could ruin it.
Yeah.
That seems like a fun thing, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess this is fine.
Yeah. It's better than fine. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll run into something like this at some point.
Wait, can you focus through me?
I don't know. Can
Like,
I?
what happens if you, like, rather than just, like, talking to me, what happens if you try to, like, have you ever tried to, like, put yourself inside of something else?
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, but, like, I bet you could do it. Could you try, just for a minute? Because, like, I feel like if you could, I could sense it.
Okay, just a sec. Hey, Thea, I'm gonna do this weird thing.
Okay. You want me to? You want me to come?
Yeah, come watch this.
Okay.
It's gonna be cool, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do this, Rowan.
Cool. Okay, well, focus and see if you can, like, close your eyes, maybe?
Uh-huh.
And try to, like, sense how I sense.
Okay.
So you close your eyes, and are you trying to do this actually? Or are you like pretending to try and do this for Ruin's sake? I'm just curious.
I think I'm actually gonna try to do it, but I
Okay.
definitely like am a little suspicious about like
Mhm.
I'm gonna lose complete control of my
Mhm.
what facilities.
Yeah, sure. So, sensing through Ruin, it feels like you open a second set of eyes, an inner set of eyes, without opening your eyes, and the world around you, is totally different. Um, it's kind of interesting. The building itself becomes super physical and solid and like breakable. You can see fracture lines in it. You can see where you could apply pressure to shatter the building. You see like the support beam is just so obvious. It just like stands out to you. But Thea almost fades into the background as being like almost nothing. And then like looking up, you see like this weird shifting color so far away in the sky.
Whoa, is that it?
Yeah, I couldn't see that far before, but now that you're here, like I can see it.
It's in the sky.
Yeah, I guess it's far away.
Okay.
I don't know.
Huh.
Still, that would be fun. You have to admit.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. We just gotta get there first.
Right. Well, we could destroy some things on the way, right? Like, there's a support beam in this building that would be fun to break, right?
Maybe not while we're in it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Not getting it at all. Okay.
Does Nova seem different to me?
Yeah, so yeah, from your perspective, Nova closes her eyes, and let's see, are you doing anything to look particularly at her? Are you psionically checking it out? Or are you like, what's going on with you?
I think I'm a little wary to like psionically jump into things right now, so
Mhm.
I'm just watching.
Yeah, so from your perspective, Nova closes her eyes and then like tilts her head and stares at a wall, and then tilts her head back and looks up at the ceiling, and then looks back down and looks back at the wall, and then opens her eyes.
Okay.
Did I look cool, Thea?
Oh, did it happen?
Yeah. It didn't look cool. Okay. It felt cool. I could like see stuff, and there was another one of those blob things really far away.
No.
Yeah, but that could be fun, right?
Like fighting one of those things again?
Yeah, I mean, we did so well the first time, so we could just do it again.
I suppose it's good to have confidence abilities. Yeah. I don't. We'll see. Maybe we'll plan some more for the next one too.
Yeah,
Planning seems to work. Yeah.
Nova. Do you have if you have your sword as like an item on your character sheet or something like that? If you could add something to it for me.
Yeah.
Add to it. Does 10d12 additional damage against creatures with the formless tag.
Wow.
Don't ask all the time. I'll probably broadly remember, and you basically can tell what that is. But a rat is not formless. Okay. Excellent. Any other last scene that we want to do before making our way back to Gundry and flying to Uxietal? Timothy.
Very, very quickly, Timothy's going to knock on, I guess, their door. So we'll jump into the scene. Oh, good morning. I see we're having some morning sword exercises. Never mind, it's fine. Thea, could I talk to you briefly?
Sure.
Thanks. In confidence, for all of my bluster and naysaying and what have you about plans and being safe, it was my fault that you got infected. And I know I already apologized, but I just wanted to say I'm glad you're better. Are you better?
I am. I don't feel the same connection to colors, which is a relief. To be honest.
No rosy-colored glasses or anything?
Or do I have any rosy-colored glasses?
Nope.
No.
You seem fine.
Good. Yeah, well, good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I got you into that mess.
I appreciate it, but I did jump into that to Teresa's mind feet first, so maybe in the future I'll be a bit more cautious.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I will listen to my own advice. Don't tell Celexa that I said this.
I think we pan over to Celexa snoring on the bed. Oh wait, no, she's not asleep. Never mind. I take it back.
I mean, I think that. Yeah, I think I think that I am asleep. I think that.
It's not restful.
Yeah, I think that Celexa was like trying to stay up because she didn't want to sleep. But she's that the exhaustion is starting to kick in again, and with that and the and being kind of drunk, and I think probably I'm guessing like 30 minutes into dancing and having one more drink, I feel like she basically like almost collapsed, and she's been like passed out, having awful dreams all night.
Okay. And that dark and twisted note is where we will end today's episode, whatever. I think next time we will we'll just start right away on the airship on the way to Uxietal. I don't feel the need to retravel that and retread that and all that stuff. So we'll land in Uxietal within the first 10-15 minutes of the episode if we can.
Will we have been rested?
Yes, you have long rested. Those of you who are not cursed. that tongue was for me. Let's hand out some experience points. and all that good stuff. Narash, how'd you do?
Not so good. I mean, kind of. I think the whole team player thing, and I'm more and more convinced that my guiding light is going to change shortly. But, I didn't really tell people what I was going to do when I went and investigated the area with the Earth's blood. So I'm not sure my guiding light was a success today.
Sounds good.
So my first belief was the idea of using my vials of earth blood, citrine algae, etc., to make some experiments and ask Gundry for help avoiding curses. And Gundry basically just said, like, I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I kind of wonder if I gave it a shot with Rasha, and Gundry is going to help us, kind of based on my controlling. So maybe that's sort of 1 point for that, and
I'll give you a point. Sounds good.
And then belief 2 was getting to know Rasha, my little scaly friend, and learn something about its purposes and abilities. I know about some of its abilities now. I'm not really sure of its purpose, other than to be sort of a familiar. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that's one.
Yeah, give you a point as well. 2 points. We'll take it. So, Alexa, how'd you do?
Okay. I think, let's see. Guiding light, aiding the Randicord and return of Luminous Starborn. I feel like that wasn't on her mind today.
Yep.
I think she was pretty single-minded. The thing about figuring out who's been jerking them around, they like kind of talked about it, but I don't think she made like a concerted effort to try and like take action. I mean, she was kind of trying to see if Kat knew something about it, but it became clear that he did not seem to. So belief 2, bargaining with Gundry for his help, I would call that completed. So 2 points. 2 points for that.
Sounds good.
Points for
me. And Thea.
My guiding light, get closer to the team, everybody closer. I guess some of us did go out dancing, but I guess that wasn't everybody. And we talked a lot, and I feel like everybody's more on the same page. And so like,
yeah, I also, one thing that I'm noticing a lot is I think partially because of this guiding light being so prominent for you historically, like whenever anyone needs help with something, they turn to Thea instantly, like Nova was like, I want to do experiments with my sword. Thea, get in here, right? And Celexa wants to go dancing. Thea, come with me, or whatever. It felt like, or why doesn't someone send Thea with them, or whatever. It feels like you're very much like, the connection feels real. So I agree.
Cool. And then belief 1 helps Alexa with the curse. I think that's just kind of on its own gears right now. So maybe not today.
Okay.
And then belief 2, I wanted to dig into Gundry a little bit, but yeah, I didn't do very much, but maybe when we see him next time.
Do you feel like you got to work towards it or nothing?
Maybe work towards.
Okay. Yeah. And Nova.
Right. I am unsure if I threw myself into danger today.
Anyone have any examples that come to mind?
Well, except for the sword thing.
I mean, yeah. I kind of feel like that counts.
I feel like that's pretty dangerous. Like it could have been disaster.
Okay.
Yeah. So one for that. I think working towards getting selected to the library. I've checked a little bit about Uxiatal and tried to get that in there.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then belief 2, maybe completed. Still distrustful of Gundry, feels he's hiding something. We'll find out all that they can before they leave.
Sounds good. I'll give you 2 points.
Okay. So
you certainly pushed on Gundry a lot, so I'll give you the points. And then more than that, you dispelled the wall of force that Gundry put up to block you from getting more information. So yeah, I would call that pushing and being forceful.
That's 4.
Okay. And I'm missing someone. Who did I skip? Timothy.
Jeopardize. So guiding light, jeopardize himself and the mission to save even one life. He removed himself from the scenes to go check on the cultists.
Yeah, I agree.
the one about gods being sucky. That kind of like Celexa, that didn't really work toward yet, but it will. And then number 2 was being not oblivious and finding a choice moment for a told you so. I think maybe that was probably enough, because that will be tiresome if it becomes a theme.
Okay.
So I would say, do you agree? Is that done?
Hey, it's your experience point, and you get to decide whether you earned it or not. I think it's up to you, but I certainly felt like you made your beliefs and views known to your teammates.
Yeah.
It certainly seemed to me like they got the message of some sort.
Yeah,
So,
I think so. I think
excellent. Okay, then with that, I will call that a 13-point session and say congratulations, everyone. Rah rah, team. Go in peace. Live good, happy lives. As everyone. For those of you who are watching, thank you so much for watching. Go live good and happy lives. Please don't forget to take care of yourself, take care of others, do what you can, and as always, the best advice that I can possibly offer you is don't forget to call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.